Welcome back, everyone. I know, I'm sorry, it's another driving video in my truck. Not very interesting, but it's so cold outside. It's only like 19 degrees outside this morning. It is Friday morning, about 9:30 a.m. Driving up Woodward Avenue, just kind of getting out of downtown. I thought about pulling over and showing you guys where I think they call it the cultural center is, where the Detroit Institute of Arts is, a really awesome place. Abby and I have been there many times. There's also the Detroit Historical Museum right across the street, and then the awesome Detroit Public Library, the main branch, which was built in 1921, I believe. The architecture is really awesome, and it's just a very cool place. I read somewhere one time that the Detroit library system was the second largest library system in the United States. Now, I don't know if it's like that anymore, because I know a lot of the branches of the library, library branches, which I don't know how many, there was like 30 or 40 branches of the public library around the Detroit area. A lot of those have closed up. But I was going to stop and film a little bit of that, but I thought better for a warmer day, because it is cold outside, very cold. Anyway, nothing much else going on. I know this is a boring video, but it's been a tough month for me already. The month of January, that is. Today is January 7th. It's been a tough month. I never liked January to begin with, because my dad died in January, and it's just always been a tough month for me because of that. But this month, the month of January, so far this year, I've had 2 visits with my cardiologist. I've had a treadmill stress test done. Then I had a PET stress test done, which is where they kind of inject you with the stuff to stimulate your heart, and they kind of put you into this kind of thing that looks like a CAT scan, like you go into that tube. They take like 3 different 10-minute images. It's a whole process. So I had that done, and then I was in emergency. I thought I was having a heart attack, so Abby took me in to the hospital. They did an EKG, did a chest x-ray, did some blood work, and they didn't think it was a heart attack. So I don't know if they came to any conclusions. They said it could have been stress related, or it could have been, heartburn or something like that. I don't know. But so I was in emergency all day one day. I went in the morning and came back in the evening. And I've also had a heart catheterization procedure done. Had that done last week, Friday, a week ago. And the good news was that they didn't find anything. The doctor was talking to me about possibly putting in a stent, which I was a little bit concerned about, but he was telling me that the stents that they use today are far superior to even what they used 5 years ago. But I didn't need one. So he said my arteries looked the same as they did 2.5 years ago when I had a heart catheter procedure done. That's when I was in the hospital for a heart attack. They also interrogated my pacemaker, make sure my pacemaker and my defibrillator were functioning properly. And And then yesterday I had a colonoscopy, a follow-up colonoscopy from the one I had back in August, where they removed a big mass, a precancerous mass out of my colon. So this one was just a follow-up to make sure that there was nothing else. They did remove a small polyp, but nothing to be worried about. So my doctor said I don't have to have another colonoscopy for another 3 years. That's a big relief to me because a friend of mine has colon cancer. I don't know, haven't talked to her about it in detail, but so I don't know what level of colon cancer she has, but she's a younger woman and she has colon cancer. So I'm so grateful that, you know, there's nothing going on with my colon. And now, since I've been through all this stuff, I just have to get back on track. You know, I had a lot of plans for this year. I had a lot of goals, and I was going to start fresh in January, but January has just been crazy. I haven't been feeling good. But I think what I need to do now is start to get back into a regular exercise routine. I have been doing yoga, but, you know, not as much as I normally do. And I haven't walked much because it's been so cold out. So I might start to drive to this mall that's about 10 miles away from us. It's a big mall. And there's a lot of people that go there early in the morning before the mall opens, all the retired people. But it's hard for me to do that because I have to get up early most days and teach yoga. But I am going to try to get there maybe 3 times a week until it warms up a little bit and I can get more exercise. But I do have to get back on track. I have so many things that I want to do, so many things that I'm looking forward to doing. So I hope that, you know, after all these things that I kind of put my mind at ease, and I can get back into some more things. You know, I want to do more videos. I want to try to grow this channel, or at least do more interesting things on the channel. I've got a lot of plans and ideas. It's just I have to figure out if they're realistic or not. I have some really ambitious things that I'd like to do. I'll talk about more about that in another video. Anyway, thank you guys for listening. Thank you to those of you that have sent really nice comments and prayers for me. I really appreciate that. I'll see you guys on the next one. Remember to try to be a good human being. Try to set an intention every day to do something good for yourself, to learn something new, to do something new, and maybe make an intention to look for opportunities to help other people always. I'll see you on the next one, folks. Bye-bye.